really the same attributes that Graham has just listed are sort of the things that the bank would look for in pursuing these sort of projects. So as far as country goes, there needs to be a legislative framework in place. Thereafter, we would look at exactly, as I say, those same listings, the strong sponsors, a project that makes sense from a sustainability point of view, and that makes sense. But it is very important that you choose the right partners in going into these long-term transactions.
Yeah. I mean, Nedbank's been involved in a lot of projects around Southern Africa particularly. Are there any particular that you'd pick out and identify for special characteristics that made them particularly successful?
The projects that have been successful have been one where, from a government point of view, there's been political will behind the projects, where there's been a strong leader. I think previously you'd mentioned Sanral as providing an example of where they've implemented very successful road projects. And I think Mzia Ali, as the CEO, has played a paramount role in that process. What Sanral has also very successfully done is that they've developed a pipeline of projects, and I think that has attracted the right parties to participate in those toll roads. So it's attracted the right quality and experienced partners, and it's also created competition around bidding on those transactions. Another thing that the pipeline does is that it allows both the public sector and the private sector to build up their internal experience in actually implementing the transactions. So I think that is also quite important, is that you get involved in a project with people that understand what they're doing, or that they have the right advisors that can guide them in the right direction and are able to implement the project.
Doing business in Africa. You can't afford to be without Africa Investor.